Hello, future doctors and medical technologies. So, welcome to another episode of Histology Lecture. So, we're going to talk about connective tissue 2. My name is Sir Neil and I'll be your professor for today. So, ano nga ba ang meron or included dito sa ating connective tissue 2? So, isa-isahin natin. So, let's start with the adipose tissue. Okay, so ang ating adipose tissue, guys, is categorized into two. Okay, we have the white adipose tissue as well as the brown adipose tissue. But for now, let's talk about sa white adipose tissue muna. Okay, so your white adipose tissue functions for long-term storage of energy in the form of a lipid droplet. Okay, so the lipid droplet here are big. These are the lipid droplets. Okay, so as you can see, the lipid droplets are big in the white adipose tissue. The reason for that is because the main function of your white adipose tissue is for a longer energy storage. Okay, so if our body suddenly undergoes ketosis because wala na tayong makain, yung lipid na kukunin ng body natin is dito niya kukunin sa ating white adipose tissue. Okay, also notice that your white adipose tissue have that signature signet ring appearance. Okay, so anong sura ng signet ring ito? Yan. So it means that since one big lipid droplet lang meron dito, meron siyang one big lipid droplet, so it means this is unilocular. Okay, so let's take a look at the appearance of your white adipose tissue. Okay, so in this picture, guys, itong nabinilugan ko, this one, no, you can clearly see that the nucleus are in the peripheral or periphery. Yung nasa gilid lang siya, hindi siya centered. Okay, so that's why sinabi na para siyang sing-sing, no, signet ring. Okay, so itong pula dito, this one, that one, this one, that is a mitochondria. Okay, mitochondria. So it means your white adipose tissue also have mitochondria. Okay, hindi nga lang ganun kadami compare mo sa brown adipose tissue. Okay, and itong blue naman dyan, this one is a nucleus. Okay, so it means your adipose tissue, your white adipose tissue is meron siyang mitochondria, meron siyang nucleus with deep inside the cytoplasm niya. And then sa cytoplasm niya is nandoon nakalagay ang ating one big lipid droplet. Okay, so kung tatanungin kayo, what is the main function of your white adipose tissue? It is, okay, for long-term energy storage. Kasi nga, malaki yung kanyang lipid droplet. Okay, so ano nga ba ang pinagkaiba nito sa brown adipose tissue? So let's see. Okay, your brown adipose tissue, the brown adipose tissue, the adipocytes here. So by the way, adipocytes ang tawag sa cell na meron ng adipose tissue, whether brown adipose tissue ba yan or white adipose tissue yan. Okay, adipocyte yan sila in general, but yung mukha na kanilang adipocyte differs from each other. So yung kanina, kung signet ring appearance, itong sa ating brown adipose tissue naman have multiple numerous lipid vacuoles. So as you can see, yung ating brown adipose tissue, wala siyang one big lipid droplet, but rather multiple, di ba? Numerous na mga small lipid vacuoles. Okay? So, additionally, your brown adipose tissue have a centrally round nucleus, no? So you can see this is one adipose tissue. So ibig sabihin yung kanyang nucleus is centered. Another one adipose tissue, centered ang kanyang nucleus. Okay? So tandaan natin, guys, na compared sa ating white adipose tissue, your brown adipose tissue has or have abundant mitochondria. So ibig sabihin, kung ganito yung mukha ng ating white adipose tissue, meron siyang nucleus sa gitna, meron siyang mga lipid vacuoles sa gitna, yan, mga numerous lipid vacuoles, no? Meron siyang mga mitochondria. Ayan, multiple or maraming mitochondria. Okay? So the purpose of this, guys, the purpose of your mitochondria here is not to provide ATP, okay? But rather to generate heat. Okay? So yung heat na ma-generate ng ating brown adipose tissue will be circulated around the bodies through the presence of yung mga multiple capillaries here in brown adipose tissue. Okay? So tandaan niyo, adipose tissue in general, meron talaga mga capillaries yan, pero mas marami lang talaga yung capillaries sa ating brown adipose tissue. Kasi after niya maka-generate ng heat, that heat will be carried to the body by the blood vessels present in the brown adipose tissue. Same thing with the white adipose tissue. If the body needs the lipid, kasi nag-undergo na tayo ng ketosis, the lipid will be distributed throughout the bodies through the blood vessels present sa white adipose tissue. Pero tandaan, mas marami ang blood vessels present sa ating brown adipose tissue. Okay? So, let's take a look. Shall we? So, deep inside the brown adipose tissue, you can see multiple mitochondria. Okay? So, let me give you an example. Okay? So, here, this is a adipose tissue. Tama? So, can you clearly see the multiple lipid vacuoles present? Okay? So, deep within this adipocyte, there is abundant amount of mitochondria. So, when that mitochondria generates heat, it will be distributed to the body through different capillaries. Okay? So, let's move on to another slide. Okay? So, in this slide, it said that the presence of abundant mitochondria makes the cells appear brown. But, kung titignan natin yung ating slide picture here, warag dili naman siya brown, no? Parang hindi naman siya brown. Okay? So, please appreciate that abundant blood capillaries which pick up the heat. Okay? So, these are the abundant capillaries present in your brown adipose tissue. Okay? So, medyo maraming capillaries dyan, guys, no? So, yan, yung function niya is yung nabanggit ko kanina, no? Yan yung magdadala ng heat, yung microlipids na kung need ng body natin. Okay? So, I think hindi naman siguro kayo mawala regarding sa brown and white adipose tissue. Ang palatandaan ko dati dito, no? So, si white adipose tissue, and then si brown. Okay? So, palatandaan ko dati when I was in college is that ginabase ko siya sa mga tao. Okay? So, si white, for white Americans, diba? They are big. Diba? They are big. And then, ang big doon is the big lipid droplets. Okay? Whereas the brown, tayo, mga Pinoy, diba? We are okay. So, they are unilocular, ang white. They are multilocular, ang ating brown. Tandaan din natin that ang ating white is meron siyang the signet ring appearance. Okay? And one big lipid droplets. Compare mo sa brown, no? Na wala siyang signature appearance, but yung kanyang pagiging multilocular is enough for us to identify it. Anong marami sa brown? Capillaries. Okay? So, let's move on sa ating next topic. For our next topic, we're going to talk about cartilage. Okay? So, since cartilage is a tissue, it is composed of multiple cells and an extracellular matrix. Kasi, diba, yan man ang ng tissue talaga. Okay? So, here, ang cells found in the cartilage is what we call a chondrocyte, no? In comparison sa ating previous na mga connective tissue na ang present is the fibroblast. Okay, but here we have the chondrocyte. For the extracellular matrix naman, it's still the same, no? It have the ground substance as well as the fiber. Okay, so in short, your cartilage is made up of collagen, of chondrocyte plus collagen type 2 plus ground substances. Okay, so the fibers here are collagen type 2 in typing. Okay, so pero in general na siya, guys, no? So but in general, same thing na kung anong component ng tissue, gano'n din ang component ng ating cartilage. But gusto ko kasi isa-isahin natin yung specific cartilage, no? Kasi para malaman nyo yung difference nila. Okay, so this is an example of a picture of a cartilage. Okay, so let's check. Okay, so this is the cell, no? This is the cell. Okay, itong area na to, yung kung saan sila nakasuspended, is the ground substance. Okay, so can you appreciate yung mukha ng ating ng ating mga fibers there? Of course not, no? Kasi kung babalikan natin yung previous page natin, tandaan nyo, nabanggit dito that the cartilage is chondrocyte, which is yung kanina, no? Plus collagen type 2. So if you recall, collagen type 2, no, is a type of collagen that is highly refractile. Okay? Highly refractile. So it means hindi talaga yun siya makikita under the microscope. Okay? So kapag hindi niya makita ang fibers sa inyong ginaview na slide, so ibig sabihin it is collagen type 2. Okay? So let's move on sa next slide natin. Isa-isahin natin yan. Let's start with the cell. Okay? So, the cells of the cartilage. Okay? The cells of the cartilage are called chondrocyte. Okay? So, that chondrocyte are in place. No? Nakalagay yan sila sa sa cavity, ang tawag doon is lacuna kapag singular, lacunae kapag plural. Okay? So, this is an example of a chondrocyte that is being held in place sa kanyang lacuna. Okay? So, think of a lacuna as para siyang place kung saan mafi-fit ang isang chondrocyte. Okay? So, this is the chondrocyte. This is the lacuna. So, this one. Ayan, that is the lacuna. And this one is the chondrocyte. Okay? So, tandaan lang, chondrocyte in cavities are chondrocyte, no? Ang tawag sa cavities kung saan sila nakalagay is lacunae pag plural, lacuna pag marami. So, ngayon, ano ba trabaho ng ating chondrocyte? Your chondrocyte synthesizes fibers and ground substances, no? Same thing sa trabaho ng ating fibroblast. But gusto ko guys, tandaan ninyo that in your cartilage, guys, no, the main cells here are chondrocyte, no? Fibroblasts can also be seen sa ating cartilage structure. So, isa-isahin natin yan. But for now, I hope naintindihan the area or the area or yung cavity na kung saan naka-held in place ang ating chondrocyte is what we call a lacuna. Okay? So, in this picture, can you see yung mga fibers dito? Diba hindi? It's because it's still collagen type 2. Okay? So, let's check muna kung ano yung mga different types of collagen. Okay? For the types of collagen, guys, tandaan ninyo, ang importante sa cartilage are these two. Okay? Yan. You have the collagen type 1 as well as the collagen type 2. So, titignan natin, collagen type 2 is highly refractile. Okay? So, it is not easily seen under the microscope. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, kapag hindi nyo makita yung fibers natin, collagen type 2 yan. Yes, very good. No? Kapag collagen type 1 naman, it is bone. No? Yung makikita siya sa mga bone, tendon, skin, and dentin. So, what can we say about collagen type 1? It means those tissues that na merong collagen type 1, it needs to be strong. Okay? You need to have a strong bone. You need to have strong tendon. You need to have a strong skin. And then you need to have a strong dentin. Diba? Whereas at collagen type 2, they are highly refractile as well as since they have the ability to resist pressure. So you can say that they are quite flexible. Okay? So, kapag ang tissue, guys, is it needs to be somewhat strong. So, most likely, collagen type 1 na siya. But if the tissue needs to be flexible, so it means it have collagen type 2. Okay? So, let's take another picture and label the parts. Okay? So, here you can see, meron tayong chondrocyte that is held in place in a lacuna. Okay, since singular lang naman. Since there are no fibers present here, so we can safely assume that the fibers are in collagen type 2. Okay, collagen type 2. Okay, pero if may makita kang mga nakaline dyan, mga thread-like structures, those are collagen type 1. Okay, so I hope naintindihan niyo yung basic parts ng ating cartilage, no? So, same thing lang yapon siya, guys, no? Meron siyang cell, meron siyang fibers, no? Hindi lang talaga makita. And then, meron siyang itong area kung saan sila lahat nakasuspend is what we call a ground substance. Okay? So, what I want you to know in the next slide is that meron tayong tinatawag na actually importante rin to siya, no? The territorial matrix. Okay? So, the territorial matrix is the blue or purple coloring, no, sa ating lacuna. Okay? So, kung mapapansin natin sa lacuna, no, meron dyan mga purple. Okay? So, this, for example, this is an example of a chondrocyte, no? Ayan. So, kapag meron itong purple coloring dito, this one, yung sa gilid niya, yan. That is the territorial matrix. Ito din, this one chondrocyte here, itong purple coloring dito, yan. Yan. That is the territorial matrix. Okay, so let's see. Meron pa akong mas magandang picture dito, guys, no? So, the reason bakit siya nagiging blue, no, or purple, it's because of the masking of the collagen fibers by high concentration of the glycosaminoglycans in the ground substance. So, maalala ba natin sa mga lectures natin that your ground substance is made up of hyaluronic acid, and then, di ba, meron tayong core protein, na kung saan sa core protein nakalagay ang ating mga glycosaminoglycans. Tama? Malala ba? So, sana malala ninyo, no? So, itong buong ganito natin is what we call a proteoglycan. Okay? So, in this sense, no, kaya daw nagiging basophilic or intensely basophilic yung territorial matrix, no? It's because napakaraming glycosaminoglycans ang meron. Okay? Napakaraming glycosaminoglycans ang present. So, ibig sabihin, in that particular ground substance, maraming glycosaminoglycans. Okay? Kaya ganun siya. Kaya ganun ang kanyang color. Okay? So, that would really suggest that despite the fact that we can't see the collagen fibers, no, because of pagiging type 2 niya, no, it would also say na present jud ay sila. Okay? And present jud ang ground substance. So let's say a picture of the territorial matrix. So here in this particular picture, itong kanyang ito na coloring, no, yan, that is the territorial matrix. This one, yung dark blue dyan, is the territorial matrix. The area to which your chondrocyte is held in place, or the cavity, is what we call the lacuna. Okay, so very good. Lacuna pag marami, lacuna pag isa lang. Okay, so I hope ma-appreciate niyo, no? So base sa picture natin ngayon, wala pa ring fiber, so still collagen type 2. Okay, itong tinuturo dito ng mga chondroblasts, no, that is the immature form of your chondrocyte. Okay, makita niyo magkaiba ang kanilang shape, no? Elliptical ang shape ng ating chondroblast, guys, no? Medyo pag ganun siya. Yan, pag ganun. Okay? That is your chondroblast. Okay? So, let's move on sa ating next slide for another mas detailed na picture. So, we have here a mas detailed na picture ng territorial matrix. So, can you appreciate yung pagiging intensely basophilic niya? So, sabi kanina, di ba, blue or purple na ang color, guys, no? Depende kung anong nakikita nyo. Okay? So, tandaan niyo, guys, that your territorial matrix is present, no, near or within the lacuna. The area to which wala kang makitang territorial matrix is what we call the interterritorial matrix. Okay, so please understand that the territorial matrix, the one present near or within, okay, the lacuna, no, basta nandyan talaga siya. And then the area to which wala kang makitang territorial matrix is what we call the interterritorial matrix. Okay? So, since you already know the different parts of your cartilage, let's move on sa ating ground substance, no? So, ano nga ba yung purpose ng cartilage lang natin? So, cartilage is a specialized form of connective tissue, no, na kung saan meron siyang firm consistency. Okay? Yung kanyang ground substance can able to retain water, no, which allows our cartilage to act as a shock absorber. So imagine these two, no, if naga-move ito siya and then naga-move ito siya, di ba, there will be friction here. But since the cartilage is can retain water, okay, the water that is present in your cartilage now will disperse, okay, will just disperse the friction or yung pain na dapat ma-generate natin, no, while we are moving. Okay, so it means it can easily disperse or ma-scatter niya yung pain na supposed to be ma-feel natin, no? So that's why dili siya kaayo sakit. Okay? Kapag, let's say for example, kapag when you do lunges, di ba? So, hindi siya masakit when we walk, when we stretch our arms, hindi siya masakit. It's because of your cartilage that is present here. Okay? Yung water dito na present sa ground substance ng ating cartilage will disperse, no, whatever pain that we are experiencing. Okay? So, to further explain this is how a cartilage act as a shock absorber. Okay? So, as we do a certain motion, no, with our, let's say, our knee, okay? So, the pressure, tandaan niyo, di ba? One of the function of your collagen type 2 is to resist pressure. Okay, so the pressure that is being given to our cartilage, guys, will be dispersed by the water present in the ground substance. Okay, so kapag mayroong pressure na papasok dito, guys, no, yung ganun, yung water na present dito will evenly distribute the pressure. Okay, so that's why hindi siya masakit sa ato ang end. Okay, so try to imagine, guys, no, try nyo suntukin ang tubig, 'di ba? So yung instead of breaking, no, kung saan nakalagay yung ating water, let's say lagyan niyo ng water yung timba ninyo, then suntukin niyo yung tubig dun sa loob ng timba, you will not damage the timba, but rather wala may tao. Ikaw siguro masakitan, no? Okay? So ganun siya, guys, no? There is the reason, that is the reason bakit maka-act as a shock absorber ang ato ang cartilage. Okay? So, that is number one. Let's see ano pa yung other function niya. Okay? So, since your cartilage can be a shock absorber, it can also, no, allows the bone to slide over them. Kaya we have different ranges of motion, no, capable ang tao ganun. It's because of the cartilage. Okay? So, tandaan, it acts as a shock absorber and it allows bone to slide, no? Para hindi masakit, no, whatever we do. Okay? So, the next function of this is it provides framework and support sa ating tissue. Okay? No? By covering it. Okay? So, let's check dito sa ating example. Okay? So, this is your trachea. Okay? Your trachea in general is a soft tissue. Okay? Soft tissue. So, since ang ating trachea is a soft tissue, it needs cartilage to protect it. So, ang ating cartilage yan, guys, ang formation niya is C formation. Okay? C formation. So, you'll know later, guys, what I'm trying to say with C formation. Okay? So, can you appreciate that this is the trachea? Itong the pink part there. And then the blue are your cartilage. Okay? The cartilage is supporting the trachea. Imagine if your trachea is not being supported by your cartilage, what will happen to you? You will choke. You will choke to death. Okay? It's because your cartilage, no, will provide framework and support for your soft tissue. And by providing framework and support, it also protects the underlying tissue inside. Okay? So your Adam's apple, guys, no, sa mga lalaki dyan, is made up of cartilage. Okay? So the thyroid cartilage na siya. Okay? So para mas maintindihan yung gusto kong sabihin, let's move on sa next slide natin. This is a picture of a trachea. Okay? Can you appreciate the different cartilage that is seen? This one, yung mga puti-puti dyan, guys, those are all cartilages. Okay? So, ang ginagawa namin sa histopath is we process this, no? Mag-cut tayo dito ng isang cross section. After doing that, no, we're going to stain the slide and then we're going to check. So, this is an example of a trachea, no, under the microscope that is being processed in the histopath laboratory. Can you appreciate the letter C structure of your cartilage? No? So these are all your cartilages. Okay? Your cartilage here provides framework and support sa imuhang trachea. Okay? So itong other parts dito, guys, we're not going to focus on that, but appreciate the picture or the structure of your cartilage. Okay, so let's move on to the next slide. Another function of your cartilage is to provide flexibility. Okay, so the main organ that is exhibiting this function is the epiglottis. Okay, so epiglottis. Okay, so every time we swallow food, no, as the food, so that the food won't go inside our windpipe, so the epiglottis will close. Okay, the airway during the swallowing process. Okay, so the ability of the epiglottis to close and open is because the cartilage present there is flexible. Okay, so another function of your cartilage is to provide template for the bone formation. Okay, so when we are embryos, no, when we are young, then are inside the womb of our parents or our mother. Okay, so our bodies are made up of hyaline cartilage. Okay, so can you appreciate yung presence ng mga chondrocytes dito? This one. Okay, so as time goes by, as we get older, ready to be born, okay, yung ating mga cartilage dyan, guys, will be infiltrated by blood vessels. Okay, yung mga blood vessels will infiltrate yung ating cartilage, particularly the hyaline cartilage. Okay, so pag tinanong kayo anong klaseng cartilage ang meron when we are still developing fetuses, hyaline cartilage. Okay, so once na infiltrate na yung mga blood vessels dyan, no? You can see that the chondrocytes are slowly being pushed out. Okay? Hanggang sa wala na talagang chondrocyte na maiwan, and then the hyaline cartilage will become the bone. Okay? So, tandaan, your cartilage, it provides template for the bone formation. Anong klaseng cartilage yun? Yung ating hyaline cartilage. Okay? So, I think the functions of cartilages in general are already been discussed, 'di ba? So ano 'yun? Let's have a review. Meron tayong as a shock absorber, 'di ba? And yung smooth surface allows the bone to glide, 'di ba? Pangalawa, it provides framework and support sa ating soft tissues. Okay? And by doing so, it provides protection. And then, ano pa? It is flexible. Main organ natin that benefits from this is yung ating epiglottis. Ano pa? It provides template for bone formation. Okay, so those are just the general function of your cartilage. Okay, so with that in mind, let's move on sa main components ng ating cartilage. So yung nabanggit kanina na yung components ng ating cartilage, that is as a connective tissue. Okay? But now, ang main components ng cartilage yung ginasabi ko is ano ba yung mukha or structure talaga ng cartilage natin when we view it under the microscope. How can you say na, ay, cartilage, ito siya. Okay? So, meron tayong itong diagram na to. Okay? So, your cartilage, meron siyang ito, the upper layer and then the lower layer. No? Or yung, ano yun siya guys? Opposing end sila. Okay? So, masahin mo na cartilage kapag meron ito. Okay? So, ang tawag dito is the perichondrium. Oh my God. Okay, the perichondrium. The perichondrium, no? Ang ating perichondrium are found sa taas and sa baba ng ating cartilage. Ano pa? Meron din mga chondrocytes, no? Nandiyan sa chondrocytes, saan sila nakalagay? Sa lacuna. Okay, itong mga lines dito guys are supposed to be fibers kapag collagen type 1. And then, collagen type 2 kapag hindi sila makita. Okay? So, itong chondrocytes, di ba, sila yung mga mature type ng cells present sa cartilage natin. Yung mga immature cells na sinasabi ko, yung elliptical in shape, this one, these are chondroblasts. Okay? So, tandaan ninyo, chondroblasts are found beneath, no, right after the perichondrium. So, since opposing end matong both perichondriums natin, no, sa taas naman dito ang chondroblasts. Ayan. Okay? So, the chondroblasts, if they decide to be kanang maging mature na, no, they move out dito. Okay? So, tandaan niyo na itong linya ng chondroblast, guys, no, is what we call the tawag yan, chondrogenic layer. Okay? So, ma-explain ko rin yan siya mamaya. But, ang pag-mature mga ng chondroblast is once they are ready to be chondrocytes, they move down or up. No, they move away from their perichondrium. Okay? So, inside the perichondrium are your capillaries, which are itong mga red structures dyan, thread-like structures. Meron din inside your perichondrium, kaya you will see your fibroblasts. Okay? The mesenchyme cells are beneath, which are chondroblasts. Okay? So, let's move on and talk about more about perichondrium. Okay? Your perichondrium is composed of dense irregular connective tissue. As you can see, klarong-klaro naman, no, na makita mo talaga na dense irregular connective tissue. So, it means if klaro ang fibers, your perichondrium, meron siyang collagen type 1. Okay, so very good. And then, deep inside your perichondrium are composed of fibroblasts. Okay, fibroblasts. Your fibroblasts, no, they produce collagen fibers, no, in health. Nagtutulungan to sila guys, no, ng chondrocyte. Chondrocyte mo nag-produce gyapon siya og kanang mga fibers and ground substances. So, saan makita ang fibroblast? Sa perichondrium. Saan makita ang ating chondrocyte, no, sa baba ng perichondrium. Okay? Yan, this is an example of a chondrocyte. Okay? Itong layer dito yan, itong mga small elliptical shaped cells, these are all chondroblasts. Okay? So, kung makita ninyo, ito yung ating perichondrium. Sa baba ng perichondrium is the chondroblast. Okay? So, in the perichondrium also, it contains blood vessels, capillaries, nerves, and other things. Okay? So, yung mga blood vessels na nandito is, nandyan sila to provide nutrients, no, sa ating chondrocytes. Okay, kasi 'di ba, wala namang blood vessels dito banda. Okay? Wala kayong nakikita ang blood vessels. So it means that the blood vessels are solely found in the perichondrium. Okay? So I hope naintindihan ang ating perichondrium, no? So let's move and check for a more detailed picture na ating perichondrium. So in this picture, guys, no, if I'm going to ask you, what is this? This is the perichondrium. Okay, if you're going to be asked, ano bang content ng perichondrium? Meron siyang fibroblast, merong mga blood vessels, merong mga nerves, 'di ba? Anong klaseng connective tissue ang present? Dense irregular connective tissue. So, since dense irregular connective tissue, collagen type 1. Okay, in this particular picture, guys, you can see a chondrocyte. Walang fiber na makita. So, ibig sabihin, it's collagen type 2. Okay? Same thing din po. You have your one perichondrium here and then another perichondrium here sa baba. Okay? Still the same component. Okay? Another thing, your perichondrium, as we all know, it contains fibroblasts, collagen type 1, gaya na nabanggit kanina, and progenitor cells, which gives rise to your chondroblasts and chondrocytes. Okay? So, deep inside your perichondrium, no, sabi dito, meron daw progenitor cells, no? Ano ba yung mga progenitor cells natin? You have your mesenchyme, 'di ba? Mesenchymal cells. So it means meron din dito sa ating perichondrium present ng mga mesenchymal cells. So yung mesenchymal cells mo will make the fibroblasts and then they will also make the chondroblasts. Once the chondroblasts are made, they will form, yung tinatawag natin na chondrogenic layer. This chondrogenic layer is the line of chondroblast. So, pag tinanong kayo, what do you call a formation of line ng chondroblast? So, ang answer natin dyan is chondrogenic layer. So, saan gani makita ang chondrogenic layer? Beneath ng ating perichondrium. Okay? So, please understand yung mga nabanggit. So, let's take a look under the microscope. So, this is an example of a perichondrium as well as a cartilage. Okay? So, tingnan muna natin sa baba. So, you have your chondrocytes here, tama? That are held in place in their respective lacunae or lacuna pag singular. Okay? The perichondrium is made up of dense irregular connective tissue, no? Klarong-klaro. And then, deep inside this, you have your fibroblasts. Okay? Mga progenitor cells, yung ating mesenchymal cells, nandiyan din sila. And then, beneath your perichondrium are your chondrogenic layer. Ayan, that is made up of multiple line of chondroblasts. Okay, so I hope naintindihan po natin yung ating the general structure of your perichondrium, no? The general structure of your perichondrium as well as yung ating buong cartilage. Because now, we are now ready to move to the individual different types of cartilage. Okay, so to start, let's start with the hyaline cartilage. Okay, yung hyaline cartilage, guys, is the most common among three types. Okay, yan talaga yung laging nakikita, no? So, tignan natin. Based dito sa picture, you can see the perichondrium here, very good. You can also see the chondrogenic layer here, very good, no? Sa perichondrium mo, klaro masyado na meron siyang dense irregular connective tissue, diba? And then, you have your chondrocytes here, no? With all the territorial matrix, the interterritorial matrix, no? But wait, since the fibers are not visible here, you can safely assume that your collagen, your hyaline cartilage is made up of collagen type 2. Okay? So, the reason being, bakit dapat collagen type 2 siya, diba? They are not that strong, no? Tama? So, it means, gaya na nabanggit kanina, di ba, ang hyaline cartilage is the template for bone formation, no? So, ibig sabihin, mas madali maka-infiltrate dito ang mga blood vessels, no? So, mabilis sila maka-make ng resident here to give rise to a new bone kasi nga, collagen type 2 ang meron. Okay? So, if ever na collagen type 1 yung present na nandito, guys, no? Ibig sabihin, hindi makaka-infiltrate dyan ang ating mga blood vessels, no? So, it will be hard, no? And difficult for them to infiltrate that and make new bones, okay? So, tandaan, hyaline cartilage, serves as a temporary skeleton which is gradually replaced by bones. And the reason for that is because it contains collagen type 2 that can be easily replaced by your blood vessels. Okay? So, ano pa yung pwede natin malaman sa ating hyaline cartilage? Okay? So, we have already established that hyaline cartilage is collagen type 2, no? So, also remember that at the periphery, young chondrocytes have an elliptical shape with long axis parallel to the surface. So, these are your young, no, chondrocytes. So, it means ang tawag sa kanila is chondroblasts. Okay? So, ito siya. This is the perichondrium, no? Very klaro talaga siya na dense, irregular connective tissue. Okay? So, let's move on to another picture para mas klaro. So, this is a detailed picture on how chondroblasts move, no, and mature. So, this is the perichondrium, tama? Sabi dito, this is the perichondrium. And then, this is supposed to have the chondrogenic layer, no? There are multiple chondroblasts na makita. Okay, yan sila. Okay, so, as they mature, guys, no, pababa mong good yan, no? And if sa opposite side naman, pataas na po sila. Okay, kasi nga, di ba, ang perichondrium on both ends man, dito, pati yung sa baba nito, di ba? Okay, so, as they mature, they tend to move downwards. Okay, tandaan niyo that one single chondrocyte, no, yung ganito, from chondroblast to chondrocyte, will become 8 to 10 chondrocyte. Okay? So, paano mangyari yun, sir? They form this, ito. Yan, yung ganito. No? Nag-multiply sila through mitosis. Okay? Mitosis. So, yung one chondrocyte will become 8 to 10 chondrocyte. And then, ang tawag sa kanila is isogenous cell group. Okay? So, isogenous cell group or isogenous aggregates. So, let's see the next slide. Okay? So, ito yung sinasabi ko. Chondrocytes becomes round in shape, no? Kasi elliptical yung kanilang old na shape and may appear in groups of 8 to 10 cells, di ba? Originating from one chondrocyte. Okay? Ang tawag doon is isogenous cell group, isogenous group, or isogenous aggregate. Okay? So, let's have a review. Okay? The yellow arrow, this one, anong tawag dyan? Tama, chondroblast. Ito naman, yung second yellow arrow natin, yung gina-point niya, ang tawag dyan is the isogenous aggregates, no? Or isogenous cell group. Okay, very good. So, as you can see from here, pag ganun yan siya, no? Pababa. Ganyan sila, ganyan ang kanilang mature formation, no? Kapag itong 8 to 10 group, 8 to 10 chondrocytes natin, ready na sila mag-settle down, no, magpunta sa kanilang individual lacuna, no, they will really move apart and occupy their individual lacuna, to which do na sila magstay. Okay, so this is another example. This is the perichondrium. Here is your chondrogenic layer, and then pag ano na, pag mature nila, yan pababa. So this is your isogenous cell group. Okay, so let's move on sa next slide. Your chondrocyte in isogenous aggregates synthesize collagen and other matrix molecules, no? As the matrix is formed, the cells in the aggregate move apart from each other and occupy individual lacunae. Okay? So, they really, ito again, dumadating din talaga yung araw na kailangan nila maghiwa-hiwalay. Okay? So, can you appreciate yung mukha ng mga, natin, isogenous cell groups? Very good. Okay, so here's another picture of an hyaline, no? Grabe ka-cute, diba? So, in this particular picture, this is the perichondrium. This is the chondrogenic layer. So, ang pag-mature nila is pababa, and then, ito na, this is the isogenous cell group. Okay? Itong sa baba na naman, itong sa baba, meron tayong nakikitang another chondrogenic layer as well as another perichondrium, this one. Okay? So, please understand na kapag ready na sila like this one, no, na maghiwalay, they will really occupy their own lacuna. So, remember, lacuna is the cavity to which the chondrocyte will be held in place. Okay? So, I hope hindi na tayo mawala when we try to see or understand yung ating hyaline cartilage, no? So, let's move on sa ating next topic. The next type of cartilage we're going to talk about is the elastic cartilage. Okay, so guys, actually, your elastic cartilage is the same or similar to your hyaline cartilage, no? Except it contains abundant network of elastic fibers. So, sir, ibig sabihin ang elastic cartilage, meron din siyang perichondrium? Yes, no? Meron din siyang tinatawag natin na collagen type 2? Yes, okay? So, basically, your elastic fiber is just collagen 2 plus elastic fibers and perichondrium. Okay? So, tignan natin. Let's see. So, this is the perichondrium. This is the elastic cartilage. And then, this is another perichondrium. So, as a whole, we label them as elastic cartilage. So, sir, if parehas lang ang mukha nila, how do we differentiate the two? Okay? So, based on sa nakikita ninyong picture dito, guys, no, ang ating again, cartilage doesn't have any visible fibers. It's because of the collagen type 2. Very same or similar sa ating hyaline cartilage. Okay? So, I'm going to help you how to differentiate the two. Hyaline cartilage has more isogenous group than elastic cartilage. So, okay, we have two methods to differentiate the two. Okay? So, first is the abundance of your isogenous group. Okay? And then the second part na titignan natin is the size of the chondrocyte. The bigger the size, okay, pag mas malaki yung size, no, ng chondrocyte, that is elastic cartilage. Kapag mas maliit yung ating chondrocyte natin, yung size ng chondrocyte, that is hyaline cartilage. Okay. So, letter A here, titignan natin ang size ng kanyang chondrocyte, no? It's quite small. So, this is your hyaline cartilage. While sa letter B natin, guys, take a look how big the chondrocytes are. So, this is your elastic cartilage. Okay? So, titingnan din natin regarding sa isogenous cell group naman. So, in elastic cartilage, you can see, di ba, we have the chondrogenic layer here. Same with your hyaline cartilage. However, no, may makita ba kayong isogenous cell group sa letter B? Wala masyado. Okay? Because every chondrocyte have their own respective lacuna. So, they are already that big and mature. Whereas for your hyaline cartilage here, no, you can clearly see that a certain chondroblast is undergoing maturity and nagiging isogenous cell group. Ayan siya. And then another one here. Another one here. Okay? So, with that in mind, you only need to know dalawang bagay, okay, to differentiate the two, you need to take a look at the isogenous cell group and then the size of their chondrocyte. Okay, so let's have a review. Let's identify the following slides. What type of cartilage is this? If your answer is elastic cartilage, then you are correct. Okay, very good. Let's move on to the next slide natin. How about this one? If your answer is also elastic cartilage, you are correct. Okay, so tingnan nyo. Meron siyang perichondrium, check. Meron siyang chondrogenic layer, check. There are no fibers present. Yes, because it's still collagen type 2. Okay, elastic fiber siya, but the collagen present there is collagen type 2. Okay, so this is an elastic fiber. How about this one? Okay, if your answer is hyaline, very good, diba? So, this is the perichondrium, this is the chondrogenic layer, and these are the multiple, diba? Multiple isogenous cell group. Okay? So, if I may add, no, you can also see here, diba? Yung kanyang intercellular, and territorial matrix, no? Ito, yan. Yung mga bluish, sa kanyang lacuna, bluish stains sa kanyang lacuna, those are territorial matrix. Okay? So, I hope hindi tayo mawala sa dalawa, ha? So, let's move on sa next slide natin. And that is, kung saan nga ba makita ang elastic cartilage. Okay? So, ang palatandaan natin dyan is letter E or number 3. Diba? Ang number 3 para siyang letter E. Okay? So, tatlo lang talaga yan sila. You have the auricle of the ear, epiglottis, and then the eustachian tube, no? I deliberately pronounce eustachian tube as E because I want you to remember E for elastic. Okay, so tatlo lang yan. So let's now check kung paano nagkaroon ng elastic cartilage ang mga areas na to, no? Bakit diyan makita ang elastic cartilage? So let's start with the auracle of the ear. Okay, so the auracle of the ear is found here, no? So the reason why your ears are flexible is because it is made up of elastic cartilage. So under the microscope, this is the structure of your elastic cartilage. There is a perichondrium, diba? And this is the chondrocytes present in the elastic cartilage. Can you appreciate how big and visible the chondrocytes are? As well as appreciate that there are no fibers visible. It's because of collagen type 2. Okay? So, another example is the epiglottis. Okay, gaya ng sinabi ko kanina guys, and the reason why maka-able ang ating epiglottis to close the airway during swallowing, it's because it is made up of collagen fiber. Okay? So, yun yung main reason natin. And then the last but not the least is the eustachian tube. Okay, so the eustachian tube is the tube that is connected from the middle ear, no, up hanggang dito. Okay, so whenever there is pressure, tawag yan, here, at hindi siya balance sa pressure natin dito banda, the eustachian tube will open up para mapa-exit ang pressure. Okay, so let's have a scenario. Okay, normally, the pressure should be in equilibrium. Okay, but whenever there is an abnormality, the pressure, let's say for example, you decided to go abroad, kaya maglayas ka na, no? The pressure will suddenly drop down, no, sa ang outside pressure natin. Whereas, making yung normal kanina will making it the higher one. So, to correct this, the eustachian tube will tend to open up, no, expand, para ang result would be like this one, another equilibrium state. Okay, so let's say, di ba, naglayas ka na, then pababa na yung aeroplano, or yung aeroplano is crashing down. Okay, what will happen to the atmospheric pressure that you are feeling? Okay, since pababa ka, the pressure will suddenly go up. Okay, and then since kanina na-normalize na siya, it will go down. Okay, so anong dapat gawin ng eustachian tube? Mag-open up. But since the pressure is different, guys, no, ganito yung ating nararamdaman na pressure, people will tend to experience hissing and buzzing sounds sa ears nila. Okay, so since this is not the same as yung paakyat tayo that the eustachian tube will adjust automatically, here in this case what we can do is to either do this. Okay, so we do this, we either chew gum or blow our nose. Okay, the reason for that is to forcefully open our eustachian tube. Okay, so yan yung ating gagawin. Okay, so let's have a review. So far, the areas or the organs that makita natin ang elastic cartilage are yung ating triple E, diba? So, ang ating triple E, we have the auricle of the ear, the epiglottis, as well as the eustachian tube. Okay, so please review and memorize. Okay, the last cartilage that I want to talk about is the fibrocartilage. Okay, actually fibrocartilage is just in between the dense connective tissue and the hyaline cartilage. Okay, sir, dense connective tissue. Yes, tamang hula mo. Since it is dense connective tissue, it has collagen type 1. Okay? And then, sir, hyaline cartilage. So, yes, tamang hula mo. It also have collagen type 2. But, ang mas marami dito is your collagen type 1 and less amount of collagen type 2. And i-explain ko sa inyo kung saan makita ang collagen type 2 dito banda. Okay? So, sa fibrocartilage, you can only see this in two areas, no? The intervertebral disc is a spine, and then the symphysis pubis na kung saan yung sa may hip natin banda na nakakonect sa spine. Okay? So remember that your fibrocartilage lacks the perichondrium. Okay? It lacks perichondrium. Sabihin, wala kang makikitang perichondrium dyan. Okay? It's because, no, hindi niya naman need the collagen type 1 present in the perichondrium because nandito na mismo sa kanya. Okay? So please understand, diba? So let's take a look. Since the fibers are visible, it is because of the collagen type 1. Meron ka rin makitang chondrocytes, diba? That are representative of a cartilage. Tama? So, fibers, cartilage, that's why fibrocartilage ang tawag. So, since your fibrocartilage is rich in collagen type 1 and collagen type 1 is the strongest type of collagen fiber, therefore, you can conclude that fibrocartilage is the strongest cartilage. Okay? So, since your fibrocartilage is rich in collagen type 1 and collagen type 1 is the strongest fiber, it means your fibrocartilage is the strongest cartilage. Okay? So here, in fibrocartilage, meron din diyang chondrocyte. Kaya nga, di ba, in between dense connective tissue and hyaline connective tissue siya. So, meron siyang chondrocytes. Meron din isogenous aggregates. However, the isogenous aggregates here occur singly or aligned like this one, no? Ayan. Okay? So, the reason bakit na nandyan sila, guys, no? Bakit they are still able to be held in place yapon, no? Despite not having collagen type 2, abundant collagen type 2. It's because yung collagen type 2 sa ating fibrocartilage, dyan mo lang makita kung saan yung mga chondrocytes natin. Okay? So, yung mga matrix that surrounds the different chondrocytes here, like this one, no? Is rich in collagen type 2. So, hindi ko sila makita natural. Kasi collagen type 2 man, hindi talaga siya makita. So, therefore, we can conclude that fibrocartilage has abundant collagen type 1 and contains small amounts of collagen type 2. Saan nga makita ang collagen type 2? Sa matrix ng ating chondrocytes. Okay? So, ganun lang siya, guys, no? So, sa matrix ng chondrocyte natin, nandiyan ang collagen type 2. The collagen that separates them together is the collagen type 1. Okay, so I hope naintindihan ninyo, no? So let's take a look at it under the microscope. Okay, so this is an example of a picture of a fibrocartilage. Okay, so paano mo sabi ng fibrocartilage? Simple lang, you can really observe the fibers here, diba? Okay, and the chondrocytes, no, the isogenous matrix niya is aligned. Okay, and what is holding the matrix together? The collagen type 2. And what is separating the matrix apart from each other? This one, yan. The collagen type 1. Okay? So, I hope you understand what is the difference between the different different cartilages na to, no? It's because you really need to view it under the microscope. Okay? So, the areas kung saan makita ang fibrocartilage, dalawa lang, no? Dalawa lang. The intervertebral disc, yung sa ating spine, no? Patuloy yung ganun. And then, the symphysis pubis, this one, no? Ito. Why? It needs to be strong because if it is not strong, what will happen to your spine? Diba? It will not hold it will not support its shape and you might destroy your spinal cord. And ito naman, dito na area, if it is not strong, anong nangyayari sa atin? We experience severe back pains. Okay? So, share ko lang sa inyo, guys, no? As we get older, no? No? The collagen that is present sa body natin tends to decrease. So, imagine, if you lack collagen type 1 that is present in fibrocartilage, what happens to you? You will experience severe back pains, joint pains, di ba? It's because hindi nila magagawa yung kanilang trabaho. Okay, so that's why as young adults, no, like yourselves, try to supplement your diet with foods that are rich in collagen. Ako, I myself am taking multivitamins that are rich in collagen because I don't want to experience severe back pains, no? Lalo na ngayon, I'm experiencing back pains talaga. But ever since I have taken multivitamins, medyo lay low na, no? Okay? So, based on the topics na na-discuss ko sa inyo, let's identify. Okay? I challenge you to identify the type of cartilage present. Okay? So, share ko lang ha. For the elastic, you have 3. For the fibrocartilage, you have 2. Diba? We have the auricle of the ear, epiglottis, and the eustachian tube. For the fibrocartilage, you have 2. Intervertebral disc, and the symphysis pubis. So, the rest, na hindi included dito sa kanilang dalawa, is already hyaline cartilage. Ganun lang. Kung hindi included dito, hyaline yan. Ano lang, guys. Okay? So, let's start. Identify the type of cartilage. Trachea, nasal cartilage, the epiphyseal plate, ear, epiglottis, symphysis pubis, costal cartilage. By the way, the costal cartilage is located in the sternum na to, no? The joints. Okay, if your answer for trachea is hyaline cartilage, then you are correct. If your answer for nasal cartilage is still hyaline cartilage, you are correct. If your answer for the epiphyseal plate is hyaline cartilage, you are correct. By the way, the epiphyseal plate is yung ating temporary bone, no? Na kung saan magiging bone siya as time goes by. Ito yung nasabi sa first few PowerPoint natin na from hyaline cartilage to become bone kasi mag-infiltrate yung mga blood vessels. So, ang tawag doon sa organ na yon, no, yung temporary template natin for bone is the epiphyseal plate. Okay? Ear. If your answer for the ear is elastic, very good. Epiglottis, if it is elastic, very good pa din. Symphysis pubis, it is fibrocartilage. Costal cartilage, yung sa ating sternum is also hyaline, and then the joints is hyaline. Okay, so if you've answered them well, very good, no? Congratulations. But, I want to make clarification sa inyo, ha? Okay, so gaya na sinabi ko, all the other organs that are not identified dun sa ating elastic and fibrocartilage are automatically hyaline cartilage. Tama? Okay, remember that in the multiple parts ng hyaline cartilage natin, for example, the epiphyseal plate and the joints, okay, only these two ang walang perichondrium. Okay? So, wala siyang perichondrium. So, remember that all hyaline cartilage have perichondrium except for these two. Why? Because perichondrium is rich in collagen type 1. Tama. So, it needs to be strong. So, remember, if your epiphyseal plate, guys, has perichondrium, do you think the blood vessels here can infiltrate it? No, it's because of the collagen type 1. So that's why, despite the fact na hyaline cartilage ang meron sa ating epiphyseal plate, it doesn't have the perichondrium. Same thing with our joints. Okay? So imagine if your joints have perichondrium, how can you move? No? How can it will be really painful because magiging strong siya. Okay? It will really be painful. It needs to be able to make the bones glide together, diba? Ganun lang ang purpose ng joint. So that's why it is hyaline cartilage, oo, but it doesn't have the perichondrium. Okay? So, I think that is our topic for the cartilage. No, I hope you understand and you are able to identify the different types of cartilage when I ask you to do so, no? Both microscopically or sa ating projector. Kasi guys, it is really hard to study these things if walang magtuturo sa inyo. So, I hope naintindihan ninyo, no? So, please, basahin ng paulit-ulit, pakinggan, and supplement it with the book.